right, welcome everyone. I'm so excited to welcome all of our SimpleConsign and Resale World customers here today. This is an Emporia-wide initiative, so we're especially thrilled to have both SimpleConsign and Resale World customers joining us for an incredibly exciting program. Today, we're introducing our Inventory Sourcing Concierge, also known as the Concierge Program. This is a white glove service that pairs store owners and buyers with a dedicated sourcing expert who will customize inventory selection to your specific needs. And the best part is this program is completely free for SimpleConsign and Resale World customers. We're thrilled to introduce you to our NuSource team who will kick things off today.
Thanks so much for joining, everyone. I'm just going to go around and introduce my team real quick, and then we will get started with our presentation. My name is Jessica. I'm the president of NuSource. I started the business back in 2019 after working for quite possibly every single consignment and thrift store in like a 20-mile radius after finishing grad school, and just kind of saw the same problem working under the owner, every owner that I worked for, just unpredictable inventory, unpredictable sell-through, and not really knowing what foot traffic is going to come in when. So I thought perhaps I could solve a problem for the industry. And here we are today, and I'll pass it off to Bridget.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bridget. I also worked at a consignment buy-sell trade store with Jessica and noticed those difficulties that the store would face with unpredictable inventory and inventory gaps. I joined the team in 2020 and have been with them ever since. I oversee the sales team, and I will be one of your concierge white glove sales rep for you. And I'll pass it over to Betty.
Hi, I'm Betty. I am in customer service here at NuSource, and I'm also in sales. I've been with NuSource. It'll be 3 years in the spring. And yeah, very happy to get to know each of you and your store's unique needs. I'm not sure if my I might have to go camera off because it says I have bad connection, but I'll be moderating the chat as well. So feel free to put any questions in the chat.
Thank you, Betty. Okay, so at NuSource, we partner directly with high desirable brands such as Lululemon, APL, Nordstrom's, kind of all the majors. We help handle their excess by providing them an option that traditional liquidators can't really offer, which is controls on their inventory to protect their brand integrity, which is where the consignment store industry and brick and mortar thrift shops become so important. A lot of these brands do not want their inventory online. They don't want to flood the marketplace and devalue their brand. And we're having a lot of conversations with brands who are just coming out the gate saying, we only want our inventory and in traditional brick and mortar storefronts. So you guys become a very important vehicle, for these brands to participate in the circular model and also kind of offer a pretty unique product experience for customers to drive them in store rather than just constantly going on marketplaces and shopping online. So that's kind of how we acquire our inventory. You can go to the next slide, Bridge. I can't see my screen, so I'm just going to assume that you did. Okay, so we are a modern sourcing engine. We provide curated inventory to resale stores and traditional, resellers that sell on marketplaces nationwide. We share the same sentiment with consignment store owners where perhaps you're feeling that some weeks your drop-offs are really great and really strong. That awesome consignor comes in with the inventory that you need, and then other weeks it's kind of like crickets, everyone's disappeared. And so our goal is to help fill in those gaps and provide, not change your business model, but provide supplemental inventory to, cohesively fit in with what you're already doing to drive extra foot traffic, consistent inventory planning, consistent inventory flow. With that consistency, we hope, and what we've seen is that you're better able to forecast, know what's going to stay on your racks, be able to like restock that Lululemon 4-way or a rounder of coats when it's, getting depleted and you don't have any back stock. We're here to help for that. We've seen that like empty racks just are really sad and don't help inventory. So if we can help get ahead of that and plan with you ahead of time, which is often difficult when you're just relying on store traffic. Okay, And why NuSource? You'll hear us say the same thing over and over again, but when you can't rely on walk-ins, you definitely can rely on us. With our unique brand partnerships, we have certain brand partners that are like a built-in program that will be able to always offer you certain brands like Halara, Spiritual Gangster, Lululemon that you can plan out for. And then we're always signing on new brands that kind of keep the interest and engagement with your customer fun because they're always walking into something different, but also reliable. Gaining access to consistent, high quality product helps you expand and even scale. We can help stores dive into new categories. Maybe if you wanted to test how does kids product land in your store, or try men's, or try different categories that otherwise isn't walking in your front door, we can help build out those tests with you and help you scale from there. We like to offer stronger margins with smarter inventory. This lets you buy by the brand. So with a traditional liquidator that maybe you guys have experience with or not, often what you find is that you kind of have to take a lump of stuff. And traditionally, it's like you don't really know what you're buying. We have specialized sorting technology. So every item that comes into our warehouse, we're touching by the piece. It's going through sorting tech, and we're collecting the attribution of those garments by the piece. So when we go to sell it to you or offer it to you, we can tell you exactly what you're getting. And we have the ability to customize product for your needs due to our technology. So we have some brands that we can basically offer your store a list, like a menu of what we have by the brand. And then from there, some of the brands we're able to customize by category and size, and just really make it so that it fits your exact needs.
We have a question in the chat, Jess. Marcy asked, will you have high-end designer accessories?
We have high-end apparel right now. We just did a pretty big deal with Law Gents. With that, I imagine we'll be getting some accessories in the future. I wouldn't say that we have any right now, Bridget, but correct me if I'm wrong.
From some of our secondhand consignment accounts, we do see some high-end accessories and handbags come through. But right now they are being mixed in. But as we said, we can customize really anything. So if you need high-end bags, shoes, accessories of that sorts, Betty or myself could work with you and build out an order for you.
Yeah, and we work with a couple of local nonprofits, and through that we've been able to get Marc Jacobs. So I'm not sure if you would consider that high end for your store, but we did have Marc Jacobs accessories. We'll get that again, and we are working on closing a Tom Ford deal, which would be all accessories. So it's always changing, something new all the time. But thanks for your question. And then on our next slide, we can see here just some of the brands that we have a consistent relationship with. We are direct partners with these brands on the screen, and then this is just kind of a small indication of who we work with. We also source from about 200 to 300 local-ish higher end resale shops. So any excess that perhaps they can't sell or they have to reject because their store space is limited, we get in a lot of high quality inventory that way, not because it's rejected merchandise, but truly just because the store doesn't have space. So we do have a secondhand sourcing engine that we're able to tap you guys into as well. And with that, because we get so many different brands in, you could tell us that you want just Ralph Lauren or that you want J. Crew or Chico's. We can get really brand specific through our secondhand side of things as well. And then we just included a case study of a large 8 chain consignment store that we work with in PA. And we basically helped develop, it's called Brand Central, where they built out, around 800 square feet that we're constantly stocking for them with all the brands that we have consistently coming through. And they've basically dedicated this 800 square foot section for us in all 8 of their stores. And it was a fun test to get launched with them. And we saw that their sell-through went up. The way that they kind of market that section that we run is by drops. So they'll kind of let the section empty out and then they'll start to tease what's coming next. And they'll say, you know, we're dropping 1,000 units of Lululemon at 8 a.m. on a Sunday, and they'll have a line out the door. And we'll drop the product that week, and then the next week we'll drop something else. So we have found that concept to be pretty successful. And I will stop there and open it for questions, which I can't see.
We had a
But
couple.
we're gonna have to, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We had a couple more questions in the chat, and I think you kind of touched on this, but Thayer would like to know, are the items off season or quote unquote misfits, crooked seams, etc., like the items that end up at Marshall's and TJ Maxx?
No, and thank you for asking that question. So right, when we're buying with you guys in mind. If and when we do take in damage deals, we would let you know, hey, we got in XYZ brand and it is all misfits or damages or sample sizes. But typically that product goes towards our marketplace resellers because they are DIYers. When it comes to like our storefront customers, we understand that that's probably not product that you would want. And if we do have that, we're always kind of saying that out the gate. Are we buying
And
items?
then,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Are we buying items in lots where there is one price for a large group of items, or will we know the price per individual? So typically it's one price for a brand. So for example, we offer Spiritual Gangster for $12.50 across the board. That is for just a generic assortment. We have curators in our warehouse that's picking that product for you, and they're picking it with the head of knowing that you probably don't want a lot of duplicates. You don't want something that's very deep in an assortment. You want a wide assortment. And then if you want to customize it from there, let's say you only want Spiritual Gangster leggings, that kind of curation may just drive the price up a little bit, but we're able to do that with certain brands that we get. Our warehouse is in Fishtown, Philadelphia. If anyone's local, we love to have people come visit. Otherwise, we're all just stuck with each other every day in the warehouse. So if you guys want to make an on-site appointment, we can walk you through kind of all the products. And we have about 22,000 square feet, so it's pretty crazy all the time. Any other questions? Well, I can let Caroline take it away.
Of course. I was just going to share a link to everyone to Bridget's calendar if you want to learn more and schedule a call with her. This will also be in the follow-up email for any additional questions or to get started. And this was recorded, so if you want to reference it at any point, but we will share all of those details with you. And please feel free to send emails with questions to the marketing@simpleconsign.com email.
Before we hop off,
there's
there is two more
yeah.
questions. So if anyone is still
Perfect.
on, yeah, I can just answer these real quick. So for brands that do not want their product online, Bridget and or Betty will always tell you that up front. Lululemon, for example, we have a 36-page contract with them that we have to like basically cut off our left leg in order to sell their product. They're very strict. And then someone else, on the other hand, like Halara, is specifically encouraging us to have their product sold online. So we'll always let you know up front if there's any restrictions. Some brands care and some brands don't. And then, Marcy, what brands do we currently have? We have Lululemon, APL, Everlane, Spiritual Gangster, Halara, Jello Brown, Logents, Ralph Lauren, Free People, Anthropologie. I mean, think of them all in your head and go through those big stores. We probably work with most of them. And then how does ordering work? We through the Concierge program, you'll be paired up with someone on my sales team, probably Bridget or Betty, and they'll work with you to kind of design and pick out the inventory that works best for you, and then we ship it to your front door.